Good evening to all our beautiful subscribers all over the globe. This is your amazing channel, Remembering Africa's Greatest. This channel is on Pan-Africanism. It aspires to promote, preserve, and circulate the Pan-Africanist agenda all over the globe. This channel also seeks to clarify, debunk, and enlighten Africans with regards to the uncountable misconceptions about Africa, and eventually to promote the beauty of Africa, as in most cases globally, anything and everything that relates to Africa is always negative. Everything about Africa is portrayed to be bad. Notwithstanding, all these developed countries, almost all the continents around the globe, continue to come to Africa to exploit our resources, to develop themselves, and eventually they seek to keep Africa as a permanent and perpetual producer of raw materials in the global system, while they continue to pay for those raw materials in pebbles. That is just an introduction. However, I want us to discuss a very important topic. Many people do not understand this, and they always have high hopes on our technocrats. And in most cases, they underperform. In most cases, rather, they do not fulfill the aspirations of the people. And in most cases, they are responsible for most of the problems faced by the masses in Africa. Now, let's look at this too. I want us to discuss what we call indoctrination and assimilation. Nowadays, when our technocrats graduate from these universities, or these prestigious universities as they call them, the masses always rejoice. The masses always have that high expectation on them to deliver. And that is why in most cases, they look up to those technocrats to go into the parliament, to go into the executive, and as well as the judiciary, to deliver the goods. After some years, all they get is disappointments, betrayals, and in most cases, these so-called technocrats go on to exploit the resources of the masses to their benefit. Now, when you look at it in most cases, these technocrats do not benefit from any concrete knowledge or wisdom that they could use to change, educate, enlighten, and bring development to the masses. If you look at the educational system in most cases in Africa, it is all about getting to read as many books as possible. Most of the focus is on the theoretical aspect of it. What they do is they read books, they're given so many concepts, they're exposed to so many things, But when you get to the practical aspect of it, there is nothing significant that they bring to people. The system is not working in Africa. And I want to ask you this question. An individual colonized you, he exploited you for generations, and that individual continues to benefit from you as a producer of raw materials, as a producer or a provider of cheap labor and cheap minerals. Do you expect that individual to give you or model a system of education for you that would lead to your development? A system of education that would lead to you being enlightened? A system of education that would emancipate you from her control, from her exploitation, and finally, from the clutches of imperialism. You can call that a rhetorical question. I don't have to give you an answer for that. So it's high time that we model our system of education to our aspirations. Now, basically, when you talk about indoctrination, we are talking about the inability of the individual to think independently, to think critically, as a result of the process of flow of information into that individual. They control your actions, they control how you think. And if an individual controls how you think, that individual does not have to worry about your actions. All we do is read books, read books, read books, giving us uncountable subjects. When are we going to have the time to think? When are we going to have the time to be creative? When are we going to have the time to invent? Right? If we refer back to the colonial period, you will realize that our colonizers did not give us anything with regards to education. If you look at it closely, education was merely in the hands of the Christian missionaries. And they were barely given anything by the government to support education.